So, the 2022 New York Yankees. I don't know where to start. So, basically, this video is kind of going to be, like, it's unscripted. I don't even know what I'm going to say for this. It's basically going to be, like, just recapping the Yankee season and how, just how I feel about it. So, the New York Yankees, as we all know, got swept by Houston Astros in 4 games in the American League Championship Series. It was quite bad. It wasn't very good at all, and, yeah, I'm going to get more into that later, but, season started pretty well, as we got, 15, 17 or something. It was ridiculous. They were so good to start the year. We all know once June turned to July, it started to slow down a little bit, but they were still looking like the best team in baseball. Then the All-Star break and trade deadline happened, and they completely crumbled. Like, the offense died except for Judge. And it basically stayed that way for the majority of the year until September. They kind of picked it up a little bit, gave us some hope towards postseason, and they completely folded. They completely and utterly folded. It was not good at all. It was a very bad series. The Guardians one was horrible. They when you were watching those games, you could tell, I could tell as a Yankees fan at least, I could tell that they didn't have a chance against the Astros. They were having a tough time with the Guardians, and it looked very, very bad. So I knew they were screwed once they got to Houston. I knew it was dead over. Especially after they lost 2 in Houston. I'm like, okay, we're done. There's not even a point. They gave me some hope in Game 3, only to crumble that as well. And then Game 4, it was going well for a little while. Nestor got hurt. Unfortunately, my guy, of course, Nestor got hurt, gave up 3-run bomb to Pena. And then Harrison Bader had a great postseason. That's all I'm going to say. Harrison Bader had a great postseason. He showed up. Stanton showed up. Cole absolutely showed up. Wandy Peralta showed up. Jonathan Loaizaga showed up. Lou Trevino, when he got his chances, showed up. I'm probably forgetting someone. Bader, Stanton. I mean, that's really the only 2 bats that actually showed up in the postseason. Judge died. Judge did not have it. It's plain out and simple. He did not have it. Rizzo. Rizzo was good in the postseason. Rizzo was also good in the playoffs. I don't even know. Let's just start with my position. Jose Trevino, I feel like the catcher position, Trevino and Higashioka, is fine. Trevino just had the full season workload, and he tired out at the end. It was destined to happen, which is very similar to a lot of these guys. Severino, Cortez, Trevino. Yeah, those are 3 big guys, 3 contributors that in the earlier part of the season were huge. And Nestor was still huge. But Severino got hurt. He has has barely pitched in the past couple of years, and they stretched him a little too far. They want to be careful with him. Because they had that huge lead in the division. Jose Trevino has only been a backup catcher in his career, and then he came out to be a stud, and he had to be an everyday catcher, which he had not done. And Nestor Cortez never had a full season workload. Ended up going on the IL for a little bit, but he still pitched very, very well. In general, Clay Holmes as well, never had a full season workload. Great in the first half. Didn't have it in the second half. Yeah, just overall there. So, catcher, it's okay. I'm fine. Trevino's got it. Higashioka's got it. No worries in terms of that. First base, Rizzo. He's got a player option. Do I think he's going to opt out? Probably not. I'm going to go ahead and say no, he's not going to. 2-year deal. He signed it this offseason. I really don't think he's going to opt out of it. I think he's going to stay. If not, then you got to go sign him back, because I don't know who else is going to play first base. I mean, you could throw DJ over there, and then you'd have some mix-up with your infield, which I'll talk about the infield. Let's just talk about Gleyber Torres real quick. So we all know ALCS had that error to Isaiah Connor. We'll talk about Isaiah Connor for left on Josh Donaldson. Trust me. We'll talk about them. I don't think Torres is going to be part of the team in 2022. I think they're going to trade him. I think they're going to trade him for starting pitching. That's what I think they're going to do. I'm not sure, but that's just what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to trade Torres, send him anywhere. Maybe get like Pablo Lopez or something. Just get a good starting pitcher. Just be willing to give up something for a good starting pitcher. But I want the infield next year. I want it to be some consistency of Peraza, Volpe, just those type of guys. Like, Volpe and Peraza need to be starting on opening day. That's what I'm thinking. Unless they have a terrible spring training, like awful. I mean, if this is mostly for Volpe. If he has like the worst spring training ever, doesn't get a hit, then no, obviously you cannot start him at shortstop beginning of the year. But You got to find a way in there somewhere. So what I'm thinking, what my ideal infield for 2023 would be, Rizzo at first, Peraza at second. I know he's not a second baseman, but he's going to have to convert to something. Like, it sucks, but we're going to have to convert him to something. Volpe at short, and LeMahieu at third. A lot of people writ off LeMahieu because he got injured. Everyone just forgot about him, but he is still a key component and can still contribute to this team. Outfield, I want Cabrera, Bader, Judge. Judge, they got to re-sign him. You got to re-sign him. You got to name him captain. Two things that have to get done this offseason. You have to re-sign Aaron Judge. You got to do that. Severino is a club option. Don't have to re-sign him. I mean, no, you do. I would like to keep Severino. Severino was really good. I would really like to keep Luis Severino. Let's see. So that's basically the starting. So I want Isaiah Kiner-Falefa and Josh Donaldson gone. Do I think they'll be gone? No. I don't think they'll be gone. I think they'll still be there, which is really unfortunate because they're both horrendous. Like, they're horrendous. I'd rather have Brett Gardner out there and left than Josh Donaldson at third base. Donaldson's washed. He's washed up. Just, I don't think anyone's going to take his contract. I'd be willing to eat the money just to get rid of him. That's my opinion. I eat the money to get rid of him because it's worse if you're paying him and you're playing him. It's less productive than that. You've got to find room for your young studs, and I don't know. IKF, meant to be a stopgap. He had such a terrible year defensively. Aaron Boone, well, we'll talk about Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman later. He was just defended too much. He simply was not that good as the organization thought he was. And they keep insisting that he's that good. But I don't know if they'll keep him. I'm kind of scared that they will. I don't want them to at all. I want him gone. Someone, dump him off to someone. Same with Donaldson. If you can get both of them in the same trade, like we picked them up in the same trade, just find someone to dump them to. Like, be willing to, like, eat the money. Either just find someone to take a flyer on them. Man, that would be very good if the Yankees could find someone to dump them to. But yeah, those are two assets that got to go. Let's get into the starting pitching. So we got Garrett Cole. Perfect. He had an okay regular season. Showed up in the postseason though, he did his job. He showed up in the postseason. Not as well against the Astros, but it didn't matter. They didn't score any runs. The Yankees didn't score any runs offensively, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Nestor Cortez. I love Nestor Cortez. He has now a full season of experience. I think he can only get better. So I like that. Luis Severino, I like him. He's good. He's a great pitcher. He's got great stuff. He's got great heart. He just has to get the injury bug off of him. And I think he will. I think this year he'll have a healthy year. They'll manage him correctly. Jameson Taillon, I think he's a free agent, and I don't think the Yankees are going to re-sign him. I don't think they're going to, plain and simple. I would like if the Yankees stacked their starting pitcher staff and get a good number 4, go out and trade for someone like Pablo Lopez is a guy I'm thinking of. Send Gleyber Torres in that package. Maybe even you could dump Gleyber Torres in that package. Dump maybe Isaiah or Donaldson in that package. I don't think the Miami Marlins would do that, but they could do something like that. I don't think they will, but they could. And then who's the number 5? Domingo. I wouldn't like to see Domingo stay. I don't like him as a person. But, oh yeah, Frankie Montas. Forgot about Frankie Montas. I'll probably keep him as the number 5. Domingo's kind of just going to linger around. They're not going anywhere with him. Bullpen, Loaizaga, Holmes, Trevino, Peralta. That's great 4 there. When they're on, and that's a boom, great number 4. Chapman, don't resign him. They're not going to. Britton, I wouldn't resign him either. So now you need a lefty. You don't really have a good lefty. So you got to go out, try and get a good left-handed reliever. There's not a ton left. You can go try and flyer on someone like Jake Diekman. You have to go get a left-handed reliever. Lucas Licky, he's still valuable, but they just didn't put him on the roster, which is a little interesting to me. Greg Weissert, he's a good guy. That I can see being a key part of the Yankees bullpen this year. He pitched very well in the regular season when he got chances. So, I mean, I'd be willing to keep him up, pitch him a bunch. That'd be great. He was good. But yeah, bullpen, it's just make the sun. King's coming back. Michael King's coming back. Chad Green is coming back. Forgot about those two. Man, I forgot about those two. There's definitely someone else that's hurt. There's for sure Clark Schmidt. Yeah, the Yankees bullpen's fine. They just need some lefties. Like, not some dismantled vets lefties. Just get some actually good left-handed relievers. And then I think the Yankee bullpen is going to be stacked. As for the front office, I think Cashman's got to go. Just someone. I would like it if they brought in Jeter, considering he is no longer with the Marlins. He had that ceremony earlier on in the year, and he's like, you're going to be seeing a lot more of me. I'd really like it if he took some role in the front office or even manager. Just, I would love it if he took that. If he took that GM job from Cashman, because Cashman, like, he's gonna. Unfortunately, Cashman is not going to get fired. He made the Harrison Bader trade. He showed up in the postseason, so he's gonna stay. But it's unfortunate. He's gonna stay, and it just sucks. But what you gonna do about it? I mean, he's gonna stay just because of Harrison Bader trade. If Harrison Bader didn't show up in the postseason, it's much more likely that he's gone. Aaron Boone, he's just a yes guy. He's like, he just doesn't like opposition. Like, there's no, like, he's very, like, I don't know, bland. He just goes, okay, you're doing this. The management says you're this, so you're this. He doesn't, like, try and, like, do anything creative. He just throws out a bland, boring lineup that doesn't work. Makes some questionable decisions on who starts and who doesn't. I don't like Aaron Boone that much. I like that he's willing to defend the team. I like that. I like that aggressiveness, that spark that's willing to defend the team very well, and I do think he does a good job at that. I don't think he should be managing in 2022. That's my opinion. I don't think he should be managing in 2022. Maybe he brings someone like David Cone. David Cone would be a good one. I don't think they're going to get him. I don't think he wants to do it. Mattingly wouldn't be bad. Mattingly's leaving Miami. I wouldn't mind it. The problem with Aaron Boone is, like, I don't know. I feel like they love him too much because of that home run. Just because he hit that home run in 2003 doesn't mean he's, like, a god. He's not. He played 54 regular season games as a New York Yankee. 54 regular season games as a New York Yankee. Why not get... If you're going to get a former Yankee to be the manager, why not pick a Yankee great who has also had some success in managing? I like Mattingly. Could also go with Jeter. Just someone with a good presence and wants to win, like wants to get past the Astros. I don't know. The Yankees gotta just do some stuff. So that's kind of my recap on the 2022 season. I think the 2023 season needs to be better. They need to win a ring. If the Yankees don't win a ring soon, I feel like this is kind of the last straw because the Yankees, they need a ring. That's all I'm going to say. It's been too long for this organization. They need it. Hal does not care. The organization's in shambles right now. But I'm just trying my best. I don't know what to say. I love the New York Yankees. I always will. But there's stuff that just kind of sucks sometimes. So that's kind of all I got to say about the Yankees. You know, making the necessary changes, number one thing. It's the number one thing. It's just sign Judge. Only thing. That is the number one thing that I'm asking you guys, the Yankees front office, to do, and that is to re-sign Aaron Judge. If they don't do that, this team's missing the playoffs. I'm sorry. That's all I gotta say. All right. I'm going to end on that note. Appreciate you guys watching today's video. If you watch this entire thing, this is kind of like a podcast type thing. If you want more like baseball podcast, you know, let me know in the comments down below if you thought this was interesting. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.